Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're all having a great day. Let's see what you need to know right now whenever you come across this video for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. We're going to jump straight into the tarot today. We have the King of Wands, which is your energy. Show me clearly what's going on with Sagittarius. Hermit, Virgo energy, with the Queen of Wands. What's going on for Sagittarius? Nine of Cups, it's sideways. Put it right there. Nine of Swords. And then the Emperor. So when the Nine of Cups sideways came out, I actually just got that message of a song. You know the song, you can't always get what you want, but you'll get what you need. You'll get what you need. There's something here that is kind of beyond your control. We have the Eight of Wands also at the bottom. There's something that you've been reflecting on for a while. You could be in hermit mode right now, or just laying low, or keeping to yourself. Doing a lot of thinking, maybe too much thinking. You got a lot going on in your brain, a lot going on in your mind. There's something that has rattled you, or there's something that keeps popping up. There's like either reminders of some sort of situation or event or these emotions. And it looks like the more you focus on it, the more it amplifies this Queen of Wands. And then we have the Emperor, which is telling me that there is this level of self-mastery here. There is some sort of achievement. There's some sort of confidence that you're embodying. I'm seeing that there may be somebody who has their eyes on you, or somebody who could be watching you from afar, vice versa. You might be keeping tabs on somebody, right? We have a pair, a King to the Queen of Wands, but there's silence here. Somebody's withdrawn. Somebody's focused on building their own craft. Someone is busy focusing on building their empire, building up their business, making moves. Nine of Cups sideways. You're not quite there yet. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like to you, you're not quite there. There's a ways to go. You're not fully satisfied. Not yet. It hasn't quenched your thirst just yet. You're on the right track. You could be second guessing it. You might be, did I do something wrong? Am I on the right track? What do I need to change? But honestly, Eight of Wands at the bottom is saying to keep going in this direction. Keep moving in this direction. Use your discernment. Oops, the way this flew out of my hands. Use your discernment, Queen of Swords, and strength. Choose your battles carefully, Two of Swords and strength. Not everything is up to you to rescue or fix or, save the day. Because you are moving in a way that's very streamlined, and you're kind of just like slingshotting forwards with your discipline, with your focus, with your, like, you have some kind of plan in motion and it's falling into fruition. Something to be careful of is ending up in situations that hold you back, or situations that are a distraction. Help out where you can, of course, share your expertise, share your wisdom, share your knowledge, help out where you can, but there's something coming up about others around you at this time who may not want to change or may not want to evolve or come along with you on this journey. And it's not up to you to convince them or try and sway their mind or sway their opinion, or, but it's almost like you're wanting others to come along with you, but there's this level of detachment you're having to embody and recognize. If someone doesn't want to be saved, don't save them. You can throw a lifesaver in the water, but they're like, no, I want to drown, I want to struggle, so let him let him be. But I'm seeing that there may be this inner struggle that you have in regards to, well, should I reach out, should I help, should I extend, should I initiate? And Page of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, High Priestess. I mean, thing is, You're not a mind reader. You're very intuitive. You're extremely intuitive. You may also have very strong healing abilities, psychic abilities, but you're not a mind reader. And if someone needs help, let them ask. And maybe some people struggle to ask for help. Maybe you struggle to ask for help. But High Priestess and the Six of Wands, there is someone that kind of plays this game where they like attention, or they like to be asked like, what's wrong, and they're like, nothing. You're like, but I can tell something's wrong, and they're like, okay, fine, I'll tell you. It's like there's someone who really likes to be chased. There's someone who really likes attention, but it's like a secret. Like they try to come across detached or like aloof or mysterious, but deep down they secretly like the attention that you give them. They want to feel chosen, or like you make them feel chosen and you make them feel seen. But so I'm seeing conversations taking place, and there is effort, consistent effort that's being put in, which is nice. It feels pretty seamless. Communication seems to be moving quite smoothly, very little to none hiccups. But you are challenging someone's perspective, or you are initiating some sort of new growth in another person's lives, as well as within your life. But I feel as if recently or in the near future, something that you've said, something that you will be saying, kind of gets this gear turning in someone's head, or someone starts to, not like think for themselves, but they're starting to think outside the box. Or it's like there's something about your energy right now that's extremely potent, and you seem to have this influence for like the greater good. Or like I am also seeing your need to come out of your shell, Saggy. Like if you've been in a hermit mode, or if you've been really just withdrawn, or you've been just kind of keeping to yourself, this is an important time for you to kind of get back out into the world, or to share your vision, to share your voice, to put yourself out there. And I think that's what you'll be doing, especially with this King of Wands. Like you are going to be taking action. Maybe you're talking yourself out of this, or you're afraid of making a mistake, or you're a perfectionist here, or until it's 100%, like you fully love what you do, or the content that you create, like whatever the fuck, right? Just using that as an example. But until it's exactly 100%, you don't want to put it out. You want to make sure that the stuff, the work, the art, the music, the thing that you're writing, whatever it is that you're, or even presenting yourself, like you want to show up as your best self. And unless you're feeling 100%, it's like you don't want to put it out there to be seen, to be judged, unless it's like 100%. But I am seeing that could be a blockage that you're kind of putting in the way of your progress, of your growth. But there is something that lights you up. There is something that you really are having to persevere, to pursue, to push through, getting all these P words. There is something that lights you up. And you would be doing yourself a disservice by just ignoring that call or ignoring that divine push. This does feel, that Virgo eclipse that we had just recently could have, I just dropped the card. That Virgo eclipse recently could have woken something up within you. Some sort of realization or just clarity that you came into, or even over these next couple of days, next couple of weeks, you're starting to become more clear with your vision of what it is that you actually want to cultivate, what it is that you actually want to invest in, what you want to see grow, thinking about like your future, you know, the long-term longevity here. Hermit and the Queen of Wands. I also feel like right now you could be thriving a lot on your own, like just receiving a lot more creative energy, a lot more inspiration in your downtime, or when there's less outside noise or distractions, or, you know, too much going on. Like this feels like you're in your space, you're in your energy, maybe you're in your car, but you're in your own sacred space, and that's where you're tapping into all of this creative potential. And I am seeing somebody here who could be thinking about launching some sort of business or platform on social media, or somebody who, like, you have a lot of talents, you have a lot of skills, and whatever it is that you're thinking about pursuing, you're really good at it. Like you're really, like, you're the shit. So act like it, own it, take up space. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be celebrated. I just feel here, there's something that you're really good at doing and you're very comfortable with it. It just comes natural to you. And this is your season of winning. This is your season of massive growth, massive recognition, like receiving a lot of success. And like there's nothing that's holding you back. Nothing that's holding you back. Right? You take that blade, you cut through this net. It's not going to restrain you, restrict you. So that is really wonderful. I don't really feel like clarifying any of this. Let's put that to the side. Let's see what this oracle wants to say to you. I'll pull more tarot in a little bit, but just kind of want to see what this deck has to say to Sagittarius. Show me clearly. Singer of Intuition with Sylvanus. There is something coming up about the truth or seeing something clearly, or you've had this intuitive nudge. Something is going to be revealed to you in the near future, but it's like something you've already sensed, or you were like, it's not a surprise. Whatever this is that's coming to light, it's not shocking. It's missing the shocking value. Because I think deep down in your core, you already knew it. You had this sense of knowingness, right? Luminous Doom, Honesty, and Guardian at the Gate. Okay, well, for some, you might be receiving a message that isn't so great, or you're the one delivering this message, but you know you have to be honest, and you know you might hurt someone's feelings, or you know that, you know, it might not be well received, but yeah, what is this? Guardian at the Gate, Mickle and Muckle, Caitlin the Sliff. Why is Mickle and Muckle always brings in humor? Like, universe has a funny sense of humor. Caitlin the Sliff is information and news that comes in out of nowhere. It's very swift. It comes in abruptly. And then Dark Lady, this is more of that intuition. It's like there's this, I'm just trying to figure out, are you the one initiating this, or are you the one that is receiving this? Sylvanus and Singer of Intuition. Let me just see here. There's like something in your radar your intuition is picking up on, and it's surrounding some sort of truth. It's surrounding something that is going to come to light, or that you're going to be revealing. But I'm just trying to figure out, are you the one that's doing the revealing, or is there a reveal coming to you? Sylvanus and Singer of Intuition for Sagittarius. We have a Six of Wands. Death. Nine of Swords. This feels like outside pressure that could be worrying you, stressing you out, worried about how others are going to perceive what you have to share, what you have to express, or what you've changed or you've grown. If you're an artist of some sort, if you're a musician and maybe you put out an album and maybe a lot of people loved it, and then you change your genre, maybe you no longer make that style of music or whatever the fuck, maybe your style has changed. And so you're thinking of like, okay, I'm going to put this out there, but what if those that liked what I did before, what if they don't enjoy this anymore? What if they're not into it? Like, there seems to be a hesitation or questioning of, are they going to still like me even though I've changed? And with Honesty and Luminous Doom, like, there's this, you want the truth even if it hurts, or even if it's not what you want to hear, you just want to know the truth and nothing but the truth. No sugarcoating, no bullshitting, no, fakey behavior. Like, you want it to be just real and authentic. You want people to like you for you, not someone you're pretending to be, not just like a mask, not just some sort of performance, putting on a show to gain attention, traction, recognition. If you're in the public eye, or if you're trying to build some kind of platform, you're not doing this out of being accepted. But there is this part of you with Death and the Nine of Swords. There is some sort of part of you that's like worried about either how you're being perceived, worried about these changes that have taken place, worried how others may react to who you've become because of these shifts and because of these changes, or just like there's this fear of being seen or fear of being like rejected, probably, right? You want to feel accepted. Luminous doom and honesty. But yeah, this feels kind of like that whole saying, truth may hurt, but it will set you free. Let's look into luminous doom and honesty. The King of Pentacles trying to flip out with the Fool. This could be in regards to some sort of new financial pursuit or a new job. Maybe this is about you quitting your current position or leaving behind a company, selling a company, or selling something that has to do with like your physical, tangible world. You want to branch out. You want to be free. You want to be independent. And so you're like, yeah, someone might be upset by this, or some people might not be happy to hear this. Let me see what's at the bottom. Ace of Wands reversed. Something's holding you back. Something may not be quite a match or in alignment with you as it once was. Honesty, gloomness, doom, and honesty. There's something that's saying like it's time to move on. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So you're waiting to receive some sort of support, or like you want to be supported in this direction. That's what you hope for. That's what you're anticipating. That's what you expect, right? You want to make sure that whoever is involved, we're all on the same page, basically, is what this shows. Six of Cups is at the bottom. Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. For some reason, when we look back at the past, things are a lot easier, things were a lot happier, things were way more fulfilling or much more enjoyable. And part of you is like holding on or waiting or staying because there's this hope or there's this desire, like maybe we can get back to the good old days, the good old ways, how it used to be. But then there's another part of you that's kind of like, but what's done is done. And that there's no turning back. So you're kind of like at this crossroads is what this feels like. Splitting the deck, we have Guardian at the Gate with Arvel Laret. This is that card of communication and speaking your truth. Guardian at the Gate is basically like, are you going to take this next step into the unknown? It's kind of like the Fool, right? Pivotal moment, for sure. Giulia is coming out here, which is the Fear card. It's kind of like the Nine of Swords, thinking up all these scary what ifs, and it's frustrating you. Look, oh, that gnome at the bottom. So your fears, your worries, your doubts, it's holding you back. You're aware of it. You're frustrated with it. You just know like, oh, I just got to get out of my own way. Let's see, Ecstasis and Flaff the Flitter. There's some part of you that's struggling with like you're caught between being realistic / being a dreamer, and you're kind of straddling the two, but you can't be both. Like you either got to choose one or the other. One is frustrating, the other side is freeing and liberating. So what you gonna choose? Are you gonna choose fear or are you gonna choose love? And choosing love is scary, but Ecstasis, that is a card of pure pleasure, pure love, pure enjoyment, just pure essence, right? And that's what feels so good. That's what feels so freeing. But on the other side, if you follow Giulia, if you follow the boogeyman, the shadow man, the monster, it's limiting, it's restrictive, it's uncomfortable, it's emotional, it feels like we're powerless, and that gets us nowhere. Now, it is awakening some sort of gift or potential that you weren't aware of because Giulia is here to wake you up. It's kind of like a nightmare, waking up from a nightmare. It's like, what is that dream trying to tell you? Or it's like a warning, you know? It's like, don't ignore the warning signs. But there's a reason why if you've been experiencing some sort of delay, some sort of rejection, something that just didn't work out, something that fell through, change of plans, this is divine protection, and this is teaching you something very valuable. As frustrating, as annoying, as upsetting as it is, this is something that's supposed to awaken you, something that is making you realize or wake the fuck up and be like, hold a fucking minute, I'm not happy with this, or I deserve better, or you can make a choice from this day moving forwards to be happy. It is always a choice. It may not always be so simple. It may not always be so easy. Sometimes you gotta really be delulu, but may your delulus come true, you know? So I don't know who's saying, oh, this is impossible, or this is never gonna happen, or I'm not worthy of this. And I see comments like this quite frequently with someone be like, I'm not worthy of love, or I'm not gonna succeed in my career. Like, y'all realize the words that you're speaking out, you're affirming that, right? You're affirming that, and you're saying that. Universe says, yes, that's true. Let me give you more evidence to back that up and confirm that. So your words, abracadabra, what you say, what you speak, will be proven to you. What you think, what you write, what you comment, all of that, good or bad, will be proven to you very shortly, if not already. So you guys be careful what you say, what you're affirming in the comments, and what you're telling your friends and what you're telling yourself, because my God, and I get it, I've been there too, but you can't let Giulia have you wrapped around his finger like that, because where is that getting you? Where is that getting you? Come on now. Get on board. Okay. Let's see what else wants to come through for Sagittarius. Show me clearly. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Eight of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Swords. Okay, well, something's coming to an end. Three of Pentacles. Could be a work situation. Or I see you kind of taking a step back. We go from the Eight of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. That's a huge decrease of energy. The Fool. Oh, you're branching out / you're switching directions. I also get a sense where if you are working full-time at a current job or in a current position, you might be stepping back or taking less hours so that you can focus on branching out in a different direction. So it's not like you're completely leaving behind one thing, but you're just putting a little bit less focus on that so that you have more energy, more time to do something else on the side. That's for somebody. Comment down below if that's you. But I am seeing some sort of new beginning. We have the Queen of Pentacles also at the bottom, which tells me the Fool to the Queen of Pentacles, this direction that you're moving towards, this new endeavor. It is leading to a lot of abundance, and it's something that's going to be extremely successful for you. Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands, something that's going to take off very fast, probably quicker than you even imagined or anticipated here. And I'm also seeing that this is something you were holding yourself back from because of self-sabotage, or because you thought that you weren't capable, or you were trying to protect yourself. Again, what we saw earlier, fear of rejection, fear of being seen. What if they don't like me? I've changed. What if they don't support me any longer? Like, you know, things like that. But I'm actually seeing the opposite. I actually see that this is a really positive step for you moving forwards, and it's going to take you to a whole lot of success. And so, yeah, Eight of Pentacles, which represents like consistency, discipline, effort, being and showing up regularly, sticking to the schedule, sticking to the, you know, the routine of it all. And as that is progressing, we're seeing movement, we're seeing a lot of traction. Everything is truly flowing effortlessly. Something is ending, okay? So this could be where you are working on, you know, selling your house, quitting a job, finishing up a significant chapter in your life so that you can finally be free. Like, I don't know what this ending is. Let me just see here. Can you tell me, Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Swords, what's ending in Sagittarius' life? But it's something you're actively wanting to be finished. You're wanting this to be done. Like, you want this to be in the past. You don't want to continue this way. Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, what's ending? These two cards not willing to go into the deck. We have Three of Swords, the Devil, and the Emperor. So what is ending? You're suffering. Literally, you're suffering. This is you taking accountability. This is where you are, you know, owning up to your flaws and imperfections, and owning up to unhealthy coping mechanisms or tactics or ways that you know are unhealthy or toxic, right? Recognizing, looking at yourself in the mirror, be like, all right, that thing I just did or how I handled that situation, I can do better than that. And I'm going to do better tomorrow. I'm going to do better right now. Like, again, you don't have to wait till tomorrow to change your life. You can start right fucking now. No excuses. So what's coming to an end? I'm seeing a toxic situation that you've been in. It's over. If it's a relationship that's toxic, if it's a workplace that's toxic, if it is just how you treat yourself, how you speak to yourself, a toxic mindset, matters of your past that have been really just keeping you stuck in this like pain and this regret and this guilt and like holding on to these grudges. This is where you are finally calling back your power and you're saying, I'm done with this. I'm done playing the victim, or I'm done making excuses for myself. This is where you, with the Emperor, you're now owning up to it instead of falling victim to this devil or falling victim to this pain, or, were you stabbed in the heart? But now it's up to you to take those swords out and heal yourself. No one's going to come around to help heal you. I mean, you might have support and stuff, and that's great, but at the end of the day, you have to heal yourself. A doctor can only do so much, right? They can prescribe you the medication, the whatever the fuck. They can do the surgery, but if you don't follow through with the aftercare, if you don't follow through with the consistency of being whatever you got to do, you ain't gonna heal, baby. Like you gotta be willing to confront what needs to be dealt with, or walk away from something that you just don't deserve, or, and maybe it's easier said than done, but you gotta start taking the steps, big or small. Even if it's just a mental thing that you're doing, maybe you can't change much in the physical at this moment, but if you start to change the mental and what you're thinking about, what you're envisioning, that's gonna start to show up in your reality, in your 3D. So, baby steps, right? We go from the 8 of Pentacles to the 3 of Pentacles. This is quite a decrease in energy and effort. But now we're switching focus. Now we're switching gears. Now this is where you're making improvements towards yourself, your health, your wealth, just your overall lifestyle. And boom, we got the Fool. New cycle, new start, new beginning. And feels good. Feels real good. So let me just see what the Fool is all about, what this new endeavor may be, what this new life looks like for you, for Sagittarius. Also, I'm getting like watch out for pregnancies. In this Fool card, there is this baby in the center, so watch out of pregnancies. Maybe you're physically tired, physically stressed, so give yourself grace and permission to slow down and rest. Okay, we have this fellow on the 8 of Pentacles, so this is interesting. We're clarifying the Fool. This is the Hermit. So we just go full circle. We started off with the Hermit earlier, and it was looking like you're tapping into this creative potential when you're kind of in your own, or maybe you're isolated or just kind of laying low. There's a Fool with the Hermit. This is a spiritual journey, a spiritual quest to find the answers, to find the truth, to find your truth, to find your faith. We have the Magician. Whatever it is that you're looking for, it's out there. It's available. You're going to find you just might not see it. And you know what? In fact, it's probably already here right now, but you're just ignoring it. It's probably right in front of you, what it is that you're looking for, but you're just either blocking it, you're saying, oh, that's not good enough, or, oh, I don't want that. But it's exactly what you want and more. It just might show up in a different way than what you had visualized or imagined for yourself. It's literally there. Hermit to the Magician, what you're looking for, you have it already, or you have the tools you need to bring this to you, to attract this in your life, to create this right here, right now. But you're like, bitch, where? Where the fuck is it? But look, Page of Pentacles at the bottom. It's right fucking there. Open up your eyes. Take your headphones off. I feel like you're very distracted. You're not present. You're either caught up in the past or you're so focused on the future. You're everywhere but here right now. What you want is here. It's available. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, all right? The relationship that you want, the financial stability, financial stability, okay, whatever. The ability to do what you desire, the stability that you crave, the love that you deserve, it is all there. So you gotta wake up to it. Open your eyes, because it's right there. But you're too busy sleeping. Wake up. Makes me think of that song by NF, Wake Up. What's that lyric? You live your life in a coma. You're never awake. So wake the fuck up. Like, okay, I love you. I'm saying this with peace and love. You gotta wake up. You gotta wake up to the potential that's calling you. Step the fuck up. You know what you're capable of. Some of you are like, no, but I'm not. Yes, the fuck you are. But if you say you're not, then you're not. But you are. So start changing it. Changing the mindset. Changing the story. Okay. Or don't. You do you. But that's what I'm seeing here. You're just you can be your greatest best friend, greatest cheerleader. You can be your own worst enemy. You get to choose. You're gonna be an enemy in this lifetime, or you're gonna be a supporter. Up to you. Okay. I'm going to leave your reading here, Saggy. I love you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later. Private readings available down below. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and you can find me on my Instagram and my TikTok at JadeStoneTarot. Bye.